Hello children, how are you? Well, here in this module first we are going to learn about combustion and flame, that is chapter number 5 of your book.
Combustion. Burning of a substance in the presence of air is known as combustion. When a substance is burnt, it produces carbon dioxide and energy in the form of heat. Some materials are combustible, while some are non-combustible. The materials which burn readily are known as combustible materials. For example, paper, wood, kerosene, diesel, petrol, straw, etc. The materials which do not burn readily are known as non-combustible materials, for example, glass, metals, ceramics, etc. Combustion. Let us do an activity to demonstrate the process of combustion. Take a magnesium ribbon and light it. After some time, you will observe that magnesium burns with a bright white light to form magnesium oxide emitting heat and light. Now hold a piece of charcoal using a pair of tongs and bring it near the burner. You will observe that the coal burns in air to produce carbon dioxide, heat and light. Thus, in combustion, combustible materials burn to produce heat and light. Extinguisher. Types of combustion. Slow combustion. In certain cases, we find that natural process of oxidation is quite slow. For example, when iron is exposed to air, it gets corroded and forms rust, which is iron oxide. Spontaneous combustion. There are some combustible substances that catch fire on their own when they are exposed to air. This phenomena is known as spontaneous combustion. For example, sodium catches fire spontaneously in air. Rapid combustion. When a combustible material burns quickly, the process is called rapid combustion. Burning of wax candle and domestic fuel, LPG, is the example of rapid combustion. Explosion. When a combustible substance burns very rapidly with the evolution of tremendous heat, light and sound energy, it is called an explosion. For example, explosion of bomb. Combustion. Let us do an activity to demonstrate combustibility and non-combustibility of materials. Take some materials such as straw, matchsticks, kerosene oil, paper, iron nails, stone pieces and glass. Try to burn each of these materials one by one and observe. You will observe that straw, matchstick, kerosene oil and paper catch fire easily, while iron nails, stone pieces and glass do not catch fire. By this activity we can conclude that straw, matchsticks, kerosene oil and paper are combustible materials, while iron nails, stone pieces and glass are non-combustible materials. Conditions required for combustion. Presence of a combustible substance. The attainment of the correct temperature for ignition or ignition temperature. Presence of a supporter of combustion such as oxygen. Combustion. Let us do an activity to demonstrate the conditions required for combustion to take place. Take a lighted candle and fix it on a table. Put a glass chimney over the candle and rest it on a few wooden blocks in such a way that air can enter the chimney. Observe the flame. You will observe that the candle burns freely. Now remove the wooden blocks and let the chimney rest on the table and observe. You will notice that when air does not enter the chimney from below, the flame flickers and produces smoke. Finally, put a glass plate over the chimney and watch the flame again. You will observe that the flame finally gets extinguished because air is not available. By this activity, we can conclude that oxygen present in the air is necessary for the process of combustion. Combustion. Let us do an activity to demonstrate that oxygen is necessary for combustion. Take a piece of burning wood and place it on an iron plate. Now cover it with a glass jar and observe. You will observe that the piece of burning wood gets extinguished after some time because the supply of oxygen has been stopped. By this activity, we can conclude that oxygen is necessary to support the process of combustion. Ignition temperature. Take a piece of paper and a piece of wood and try to burn each of them with the help of a matchstick. You will observe that the piece of paper catches fire easily, while wood does not catch fire easily. Now pour some kerosene oil on the wood and burn it. You will observe that this time the wood catches fire easily. By this activity, we can conclude that different materials catch fire at different temperatures. Thus, the minimum temperature at which a combustible substance catches fire is called its ignition temperature. Ignition temperature. Let us do an activity to demonstrate ignition temperature of materials. Make 2 paper cups by folding a sheet of paper. Fill 50 milliliter of water in one of the cups. Now heat both the cups separately with a candle. After some time, you will observe that the empty paper cup burns quickly while the paper cup containing water does not burn, but it becomes hot because the water in the cup absorbs the heat and distributes it to all the parts that holds water. So, in the presence of water, the paper does not attain its ignition temperature. Hence, it does not burn. By this activity, we can conclude that substances having very low ignition temperature can catch fire easily and are therefore called inflammable substances.
Wow, the video was really interesting and the activities were more interesting as well. Well, here in this module, we got to know a lot of things about combustion. Coming back to the next module, we'll get to know about fire, fuels and the fossil fuels. Till then, stay safe and thank you.